You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming.
There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fucking fight back.
You ain't gonna make it, you ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you faced it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore, I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds, talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do more speak out. It's about to head south.
You're never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fucking fight back.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the Sixers Alert, episode 2. I'm here with my guy and one of the newest members of the Hardcore Sports Network, King DV. How's it going, man?
What's going on, everybody, man? I'm ready to talk Sixers. I've been holding it for this show. I've been holding it together for this show, so I'm ready to unload right now. So let's get into it.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. Like, I've been streaming every Summer League game, and people just been coming at me left and right. Like, what is going on with Harden, Tobias, Paul Reed? We're going to get into all of that. So make sure you hit the like, subscribe. Go to my guy, King DV. Get him to 1K already. Come on. How much?
Yeah.
You're close, right? You close.
Yeah, I'm at like I need 135. 135.
You're right there, bro. You're right.
Right.
Yeah. So we have a couple people in the chat here. William says that bring Christian Wood to the team. How would you feel that if we got Christian Wood?
I don't think we need him. No. I don't think Christian Wood needs to come to this team. Yeah, he would be a replacement for Tobias, or Tobias is what we call him. But right. But yeah, I wouldn't, man. I wouldn't bring Christian Wood, man. We need somebody in there because Embiid's championship run is getting small. Window is getting smaller and smaller. You don't want to, mess that up. And this is why I don't like what's going on in the off season I didn't like what was going on even after, not after, but as of Game 6 last season. So I didn't even like that. So look, I really believe that the Christian Wood thing could work only if he was to be the starting power forward,
For me,
not the small forward.
for me, it's just like I love him. I love his game. He can stretch the floor and all that. We need bigs. I would not be mad if we got him for as a backup. That's just me. But with Christian Wood, it'll be like a reunion. He's been on this team a while back.
Yeah.
So a lot
Right,
of people
right.
are like, "Yo, bring him back here." And I was talking to my guy Philly halftime today. Shout out to him. He's like,
Mhm.
I don't want to bring any guys back. It like never works. It like never works if we bring anyone back. I'm like, you're all right, but you got to take the chance. So, yeah. Speaking of power forwards, our guy, Paul Reed, is signed with the Utah Jazz for 3 years, 23 mil. So, before I get into it, how do you feel about this, man? Are we keeping him or no?
No, no. I think it's past. I think it's past the time already, or unless when you know what time it was, because I knew we had 24 hours.
11:59 tonight.
All right, so yeah, we're not signing him back. We're not going to. 24 million, 3 years. We're not signing him back. It just goes to show you that other teams were looking at what we had, and a coach like Glenn Rivers, because I'm not calling him by his nickname, Glenn Rivers, did not see the gem that he had as a backup center. So now, he's in a better situation. This is not the only guy. We're going to get into that too, but this is not the only guy. But shout out to Paul Reed for, getting an extension, or not extension, a good contract to the point where now he's going to be seen on different stages now. He's in a new situation, new environment, and he really don't have to worry about, the pressure of Philadelphia. And I know it could be hard on some players. So, Paul Reed is Paul Reed, and I think B-Ball Paul is going to, he's going to ball out at Utah.
Yeah. And here's the thing with Paul Reed, too. Like, everyone loves him. Everyone wants to see him succeed, right? And for me, I'm like, I love the guy. I love him. I just made a video basically ranting, like, get him back. But realistically, it's not going to happen. Because what I think is going to happen, hopefully I'm wrong, is that we're going to get a bunch of role players on a 1-year deal, take a gap year, and then get more options for the following year for max players. Hopefully I am wrong. I do not want to see that happen. But with Paul Reed being behind it, John Collins and Lauri Markkanen, that's good for him. That's good for his development. So that is a good fit for him. Really like that a lot.
And I think that he will add to that big man depth. And I think that, in times, hopefully it's not garbage time. It's definitely not garbage time because it's a 3-year contract. I really believe that he's gonna stand out and help them out, make it to a playoff run one of these years.
Yeah.
One of these years.
I mean, look at all the players we let go, right? Isaiah Joe, Charles Bassey, Champagne, Michael Foster. I can go on and on and on. It's just like they always succeed when they're not under our umbrella. I just don't understand. It's just like it's Doc Rivers, Glenn Rivers at the end of the day. So for me, it's just like get your bag, do what's good for you. Sorry that the Sixers could not do anything. And honestly, bro, I'm used to this right now. I am used to this with the Sixers in general. And sadly, this is my number one, right? For you, the Eagles are your number one, I'm guessing, right? With Birch and Broad Street, Inside the Nest, and all that. This is my number one. It's just like, oh my God, how much longer can I stick to this, bro? Like, how much longer can I put my mind into this?
What's actually crazy on my channel, I started out Sixers.
Right.
Started out Sixers because it was hot right at the moment and everything. But I am Eagles first, but I like to do both. I like to do the Eagles and Sixers. And once the Sixers come back on, yes, I'm furious right now about what's going on. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to watch the Sixers to see, how can we put this thing together to the point where, it's a new play in or play in thing in the season and everything. I'm just trying to see how they're going to put this thing together, see how we could still be in the East, and a top team in the East, because Cleveland got better. It's a lot of teams that got better, so that's what I'm gonna be focusing on, like how are we better.
Yeah.
And it's insane to me because there was once a guy named Albert Einstein that said, if you sit up there and think the same thing or a different thing is going to happen with the same thing that you have, something is wrong with you. You're insane.
Yeah.
And I know with Tobias Harris and James Harden, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work. We're not going to get past the second round. We're not.
You're speaking music to my ears. I've been saying that for God knows how long, and it's just like the Sixers are predictable. We're going to get into that in a second.
Mhm.
But it's just like with this franchise, they're going down the Philadelphia Flyers route. Look at the Flyers right now. They're making moves right now. They're going up, but it's just like the Sixers need to do something. Philadelphia is tired. We need something. Like the last thing was the Eagles in 2017. That was the last thing. So, I mean, if you want to count the Phillies and then this past year. So, hey guys, hey everyone in chat, how's it going? So, what I want to talk about predictability, that's my word to describe this franchise in one word for this offseason. So, what is the one word for you that describes the Sixers offseason?
That's a good question.
In chat, please let me know. What's your one word that describes the Sixers offseason? Give me one word. Actually, my friend made a joke. He did 2 words, crumble cookie. And I was like, bro, we're going to get into that too.
Yeah, failure. Just a failure.
Failure.
It's failure.
It makes sense.
It's bad because, I feel like Morey is doing everything in his power to run it back with the same starting 5.
Yeah, it is. It is. And with Maxey being like pushed up with Nick Nurse, a perfect opportunity for him, you're not getting any more help. So we got misleading, stuck, ridiculous, and we got lost. Lost is a good one. I really like Lost because what are we doing here? And the Sixers bring back Montrezl Harrell. That's the definition of lost. Like, we brought back Harrell. We got Mo Bamba. Now we got Embiid. So it's just like, why would you bring back Montrezl Harrell? He looked defeated. He looked outplayed. When Glenn Rivers benches you, that's like, oh, defeated. Glenn Rivers hates me. I'm done. So it's just like, what the hell? One word. Okay. I'm not going to get into that, but yeah. So it's just like, why do we bring back Montrezl Harrell for 1 year? And the only answer I could come up with, we're taking a gap year. That's the only answer I could come up with. You and I talked
The answer I got is Paul Reed was a restricted free agent.
Yeah.
And basically his agent probably said, what they were looking for, and we weren't willing to pay it. So he ended up signing with Utah. I think because right after we got the Montrezl Harrell news, he signs that. So I already know that they weren't going to match it at all. As far as Mo Bamba, I don't think he's even going to last a whole season. I don't even think he's going to last a whole season. He didn't last a whole season with Orlando or the Lakers. He's not going to last here. He's not. The only thing that's good about Mo Bamba being here is that him and Embiid is cool.
Yeah. Now, the thing with Mo Bamba is like he's been injury prone. How many times has he been out in his career? Now you put him behind a Joel Embiid. I get it. Mo Bamba can shoot the 3. He can space the floor. Mm-hmm. But for me, it's just like injuries. That's another word I could come up with. Injuries. So it's just like predictable injuries for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just fucking crazy. So, actually, tell me this.
Yeah, I was reading the comments.
Oh, you're good, bro. You're good. Tell me about Nick Nurse. What's your opinion on Nick Nurse?
I'm on records basically calling him Little Nicky
Oh
when
yeah.
we were playing against them.
Oh god.
He was always like complaining to the refs. But you can say that he's a good coach. He's a good coach, and I think that we're not surrounding him with the right pieces. Let's just be honest. He probably could get the best even if it's just this 1 year out of Tobias Harris, because he's good with forwards. He's good with forwards. He could get a lot more out of Tyrese Maxey. Um, also, I just think that Nick Nurse is going to be a better situation. He's going to put our players in better situations out of timeouts than Glenn Rivers did. I think Glenn Rivers, I don't think he knew what he was doing. I just think that he just put it in the hands of Embiid and James Harden, and that's how we felt. We became too predictable. The offense was too stagnant, and there was a lot of turnovers. So I think Nick Nurse would calm that down at least. At least he will calm that down. I think that we're still going to be in the same situation, though, that we're going to be in the top 3, probably 4 seeds. But he's going to put us in a lot of good situations, especially in the playoffs, if healthy. It's just that, you got to put those players around him, the athletic players around him. Like, it's players that when free agency started that I wanted, and they didn't cost a lot, but of course those 2 contracts is hindering us.
Yeah. Those contracts were like our backs, our hands are handcuffed. We're basically handcuffed right now, and with with Jalen McDaniels leaving, that's the biggest L so far, other than Paul Reed. I love McDaniels, bro. 6'10", athletic, lanky, can play both sides of the floor, perfect for a Nick Nurse system. And what happens? Gone. He goes right to Toronto. Next shift, enjoy Jalen McDaniels.
Right, and McDaniels, he did in the playoffs. He didn't even get that much time because Glenn Rivers once again benched him. Yeah. We do got, like, in forward wise, we do got Tobias Harris still. We do got Daniel House, but who else do we have?
You got me, bro. You freaking got me. It's like athletically, wings. Look at the summer league. Jaden Springer. Jaden Springer's gonna come out here, and he's gonna be one of the most athletic and best defenders.
Yeah.
Just let that sink in, man. I love McDaniel.
Right.
I do. I mean, Jaden Springer, I do. But it's just like, no, we need someone who's solidified role player, not a guy who's going upward. Like,
right,
it makes no sense. And now
it's just wasting years. It's just wasting championship years for a team that was so close, quote unquote.
Yeah, again, yeah, we were always right there, and we were getting closer and closer. I was getting the feeling like, okay, when are the Sixers going to let us all down? Is it this game? Is it that game? And it was just like, okay, now we did it. And then people were DMing me like, Mitch, I'm sorry, you're right. I'm like, of course I'm right. We're predictable here. How do you guys not see that? Like, I'm getting tired of people just being like, oh, we're going to win a ring this year. We're going to win a ring. Dude, we're the Cowboys of the East, of the NBA. I hate to say it, but 1983 was the last time we won something. 1983. I mean, what's the next thing?
40 years ago. It's 40 years ago.
Yeah. When Glenn Rivers coaches a team, you do not know if your players are going to be good or bad. His coaching is so bad. Don't even get me started on him. You guys know my whole Twitter, Fire Doc Rivers, for like the whole entire year. That was my Twitter handle. And people were DMing me like, are you going to have Fire Nick Nurse after a couple games? I'm like, no, I'm not going to have that at all. No. Yeah, he wasted 3 years at the Sixers. He was about to be gone. He was about to be retired. And then Sixers offered him a bag that obviously he could not refuse.
Right. Question for you though. Do you think that Joel Embiid plays out his full 4 years here? Knowing what you know now, do you think that he does?
Well, Embiid's got to be for it. If we're taking a gap year, if he's for it, then yes. But then if we lose again, I'll be like, I said this before in multiple shows. I was like, if Embiid wants to trade, I'll be like, I'm not going to be mad. I'm like, Embiid, get out of here. Go get a ring. You deserve it. Go partner up with Jimmy Butler in the Heat. And it's just like, just get out of here and be free. That's exactly what I want. Because I met the guy, and it was just like he was so thrilled about this team where it was going. It was a couple years ago when we had, who was that guy? Ellen Brand, and those years. He was so positive, and then now we're going through this, and it's just like he can't still be positive about this team. There's no way. There's no way. If he's actually positive about this team, he's lying, A, and B, he doesn't want to move him and his family out. Like, he doesn't want
It's only
family.
two. Yeah. That's only two reasons why I see that. And also, like I said, myself too, I would not be mad if Joel Embiid wanted out. If he demanded a trade, I would not be mad at all. He gave everything to the city because the city actually embraced him. I know his situation changed because now he's about to be married. And then also he has a child. 1, 2, he just won MVP. The next on the board has to be a championship. And now if the organization is not working with him, what are we doing here? Centers do not last in the NBA. They don't last, regardless of how good a Joel Embiid is or a Joker or whatever like that. Newsflash, it's not going to last like a guard or a forward. He's going to start breaking down to the point where he's going to start sucking and pause, and he's going to be out of the NBA before he even tries to get a ring. So why not take that opportunity? And then the players talk. You got Kevin Durant. Him and Kevin Durant, not on the court but off the court, they're cool. Mm-hmm. Then you got players like Jimmy Butler. He's cool with him. They're gonna say, "Yo, you need to leave. Come here," and that's gonna get to him. Like, "Yo, I could go here." And him and his wife is a model and all that. Of course, hey, let's go to Miami. Let's go here because it's better than where we're at now. We can just pick up and go. So I can see him being for it, but I don't see him lasting more than 2 years of that contract if it goes the way it's still going.
Yeah. It's tough, man, because his injuries. If he gets injured like one more time, I think he's done. Like, I think he's done. He's not in a Lonzo Ball situation where his career's on the line, but it's getting to that point. How does ownership feel about Morey is doing? They don't care. They just bought the Commanders. Josh Harris just bought the Commanders. Like, he doesn't care. He doesn't really
ownership.
Care.
Right. Josh Harris just bought the Commanders, and also is I don't know. Are you in Philly?
I'm in
You're
Jersey.
in Philly?
I'm in Jersey.
Oh, Jersey. But I know you heard some of the news about the Sixer Stadium moving and everything like that. They're so concerned about that. The Greyhound right in back of what we used to be the gallery. That's gone because they're about to knock all that down for the stadium. They're about to knock all that down. So they're worried about the wrong business moves.
Yeah. There's no parking in that spot too in place. There's no parking. So you gotta either Uber, someone's gonna park like miles away, and you just gotta take the train or something. It's just like it's so bad, but you understand why they did it. Because the whole Comcast thing. Like, that's the only reason why they did it. And it's just ridiculous at this point. People are telling me, no, you go.
That's what I think. I think that the ownership really doesn't care. They turning a blind eye to it because Morey, besides what we think about Morey, especially myself, he had some success in Houston, regardless if it wasn't a championship or not. They made it to the Western Conference Finals, I believe, 1, maybe 2 years. But how I feel about Morey, I think Morey is basically hung up on Harden so much. The moves that we made, the little veteran minimum moves that we made, was for Harden. It wasn't so much of, hey, I think he would be the perfect fit. You know, even though Pat Bev, I think that he would play like he's from Philly.
Yeah.
Montrezl Harrell, I thought I was going to get that from him too.
Yep.
You know, but you know, we didn't really see too much from him, and then he's a smaller big guy. So I really believe that Daryl Morey is just trying to bring the old Rockets back. When Eric Gordon actually became available, I was like, oh, please do not pick him up. Please do not pick him up.
I was thinking the same exact thing. Where does he go? Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Good move. Good move by him. And now Phoenix is about to get Bol.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to get a ring right there. If they don't win, if the Suns don't win at all, that's a failure. You're done. Start over.
It is. They all in. They all in because they want a ring so bad.
Yeah. I mean, our crew is not that far from me. It's probably 20, 30 at most. It's not that far from me at all. Mo Bamba's going to be a better backup than Reed. I disagree. Reed cannot shoot, so a 4. I really disagree with that statement. I really think Paul Reed is better than Mo Bamba. When Mo Bamba, it's like, yes, he can stretch the floor. Is he a better hustler than Paul Reed? No. Is he a better rebounder than Paul Reed? No. Is he better at like crunch time situations than Paul Reed? No. I'll take Paul Reed over Mo Bamba any day of the week.
And that shouldn't be the case about, you know, he shoots better. Paul Reed, his energy off the bench alone changed dynamics of the game. It has. You know, I didn't see that in Mo Bamba until he played us, and then all of a sudden he was Steph Curry. But Paul Reed, he was in situations, man, when Joel Embiid went down with the facial injury. Paul Reed was there, you know, even though, you know, Doc wanted to play, or Glenn wanted to play, what's his name? The guy that just won a ring with the braids that we had backup center.
DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, DeAndre Jordan. Yeah. I was about to call him DJ.
Same thing.
But yeah, Paul Reed had the city behind his back, and he was a fan favorite. And we just hate to see him go. We hate to see him go, but I already knew that we wasn't going to sign him back once, you know, Montrezl Harrell signed back after, you know, picking up his option or whatever. I already knew that he wasn't going to sign back. But, you know, it is what it is. But Mo Bamba is definitely not better than Paul Reed.
No, hell no. And with this Paul Reed thing, it's just like, he's been sitting on his ass. The coaches have not been getting him time of day. That's why I'm so happy for him to get out of here. I am. Mm-hmm. I want him gone, but I want him here. It's like a love-hate. I'm like, go, don't go. It's like a whole kindergarten. It's like, yeah. So how do you feel about this whole thing with the crumble cookie? Tobias Harris trading for a crumble cookie.
If we want to be truthful, I think he shouldn't have said nothing. I think that he shouldn't have he shouldn't have said anything, because it's not like, you know, he's Chris Middleton. It's not like he's, you know, he's not consistent enough to say stuff like, you know, the big game for him is like 26 points. Then he come back the next game, 7 points. He can't box out. He doesn't have any moves going to the bucket. All he does is that back down, that fadeaway. He can't make a layup to save his life, but he could dunk. You know, I don't think he should have said anything. I think that he should have just used that as fuel. And this is not even the statement I was pissed off about. I was more pissed off about what his dad said. So his father gets on there and say, hey, you know, my son is an assassin scorer. What?
I lost it.
I said he's an assassin scorer. In what game? He's been in the Sixers for years. What game did you see that he was an assassin scorer? Except for probably when he played the Magic one year.
Yeah. No.
Like, what game? Like, he's not an assassin scorer. I can't even tell you the last time Tobias Harris had a 40-point game, a 30-point game. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Tobias Harris is inconsistent as hell. And he was like, well, you're not positioning him in the right situations and stuff like that. Okay. So that's on Tobias. He's a vet in the league now. So Tobias Harris needs to tell a coach like Glenn Rivers, a coach like now Nick Nurse, hey, these are where I'm comfortable. This is the space that I'm comfortable with, or whatever. And that's it. I don't know why the Philly fans would trade me for a crumble cookie. At this point, Tobias, I really believe that we would. I really believe that would be the best damn cookie ever. It would be. Now we can't keep talking about this contract because now he's on his last year, and we just got to see what he does because right now he's not tradable. Daryl Morey said that he's not going to trade him. So we just got to deal with him for one more year, see what he does.
For me, with this whole Tobias Harris thing, it's just like I wanted him gone for the longest time. And during this time that it actually happened, my video about him blew up last year. And it's just like people were commenting like crumble cookie this, crumble cookie that. I'm like, thank you for getting my views up. Appreciate that. But it's just like for me, it's just like it is so awkward, and he gives up in like crucial situations. Look at the playoff game 6. He gave up. That is what I hate about players. They give up. Him, Ben Simmons, all these guys, they give up. And especially the Knicks, Almighty, they give up too. But yeah, it's just like enough is enough, bro. Enough is enough. And by the way, Almighty, you're not getting Embiid to the Knicks. There's no way. You just got DiVincenzo. You just got DiVincenzo, bro. Like, nah, you're not getting him.
Y'all are Villanova.
You know, I've been calling this for like the longest time. I've been like, DiVincenzo's going there. Brunson's going there because I'm close with Leon Rhodes and his family. I grew up with them. So I'm like, I know everything about them. And they're just going to tell me, Mitch, it's not going to happen. Trust me. And what do you know? They're going to get Mikal Bridges sometime down the line. In a couple years, they're going to get Mikal Bridges.
I believe it. I believe it. But yeah, speaking of Mikal Bridges, man, that's another thing I'm pissed off about. Because I was watching one of the summer league games and Zaire Smith was playing. And I'm sitting here like, yo, we gave Mikal Bridges, who was just in the playoff first round with us last year, who basically balled out in Phoenix, up for Zaire Smith that's not even really in the league right now.
Yeah.
I'm pissed off about this offseason because we make so many mistakes in the upper in the upper offices. We make too many mistakes. You know, you had Brett Brown. From Brett Brown up until this point with Daryl Morey, you made too many mistakes. Too many. You know, we could have had Jason Tatum, Michael Porter Jr. We could have had certain guys put in place here. And we decided to go Markelle Fultz. You know, we decided to do certain things that shouldn't have been done. On top of that, we let people go. You know, we didn't even bring up Shake yet. Even though Shake didn't do too much under Glenn Rivers, but we didn't even break him up. You know, we didn't even got a true backup 2 guard right now.
DeAnthony Melton.
No, DeAnthony Melton is the point guard.
Is it? I thought he was a 2. I had him more.
He's a guard. He could play. He could play either or.
Right.
But let's face it, he's going to be probably the first person off the bench to back up who? Tyrese Maxey.
Yep.
So
at the end of the day, it's our bench.
Yeah.
On these everything. Our bench. Georges Niang gone. Thank God. I did not like Georges Niang. Thank God. He's a funny
no ankles? No ankles? Like he don't have no ankles.
Here's the funniest thing though. I tweeted out to Niang. I was like, bro, I'm gonna make a video on you dropping tomorrow. And he DM'd me at 1:30 in the morning and he goes, what is this video about? And I go, yo, just pop on my channel and we'll talk. Nothing. He did not respond after that. I'm like, typical. A 130.
George Niang. George Niang for me frustrated me so much because if he's not hitting threes, he's useless.
Exactly.
He doesn't play good defense. He just doesn't fit with what we need here. You know, we need 3-and-D guys, man. You know, that's what we need. We need people that's going to guard the perimeter because this became a 3-point league, and we didn't have that. You know, we have 2 guards that, and James Harden and Tyrese Maxey, that wasn't really great at switching or playing defense at all. You know, Tyrese Maxey had some moments playing defense, but overall, man, teams were switching on him. Like when we had JJ Redick, people start switching on him. People was trying to switch on Steph Curry when we had him. They was doing the same thing with Tyrese Maxey. It became so predictable, whereas though that, you know, it wasn't no change up. Like, you know, Daniel House, he's a good perimeter defender. Why not put him in? You know, it's a mixture of coaching, but it's also a mixture of lack of talent from the Sixers front office.
Yep.
That's what it is. It comes down to. I don't think we in rebuild mode right now, but I think it's close. It's getting there.
It's really getting there. Like, people are DMing me. Like, dude, I get DMs from Sixers fans almost every single day. And they're like, Mitch, we got to blow it up. We got to blow it up. We got to blow it up. And I'm like, not yet. They're going to run it back. 1, I hate that. 2, you got to see what they do with the Harden and Tobias. I think Tobias is getting traded at the deadline. That's my thing. His value goes up. Expiring contract. Perfect. Off the books. Harden, who the hell knows? Like, who the hell knows what's going to go on with that? Like, for me, I would have traded him away for a combo cookie. I would have traded him. Like, now, we can't get anything. His trade stock is so low. He's going to be fat during the training camp. He's not going to want to do anything. It's just, like, insane that this team is so predictable. It is funny. So funny. Yeah,
James Harden made our offense so stagnant. So stagnant because he want to dribble. And everybody's just standing around. You know, the only time he really moves with the ball is when Joel Embiid and him does the pick and roll.
Yeah.
Or pick and pop. It's not, okay, well, let's mix it up. And you can't win basketball like that. Can't. You know, you got to move the ball around. You got to move without the basketball, be able to, you know, do backdoor cuts, be able to do certain things on the offensive side, especially since he's the point guard. He got to get everybody involved, get good passes going. You know, we always clown Simmons, but one thing Simmons did do was get everybody else involved because he couldn't shoot. But James Harden really believes that he's still James Harden old, and it's not that. It's not that no more. You know, it's time to, you know, give up on James Harden, but I don't think Morey's going to do it. I think Morey's going to sit up there and say, hey, play it out and see where it goes from there. I don't think that Harden is going to leave anytime soon. If he leaves, it's going to be at the end of the season.
Not even at the deadline? You don't think he'll be traded at the deadline?
No. Unless he's a stubborn superstar and basically really wants out. Because as we seen those at the white party, when they were partying, and he felt comfortable and everything. Him and Joel Embiid took a picture together. Everything was just all love. Yes, I know everybody is friends, but at the same time, I think that James Harden is going to play this season and then see where it goes from there. If I'm James Harden and I'm Tobias Harris and I know that Daryl Morey don't want to trade one or trade both, I will play my tail off. I'll play my ass off one last season with Joel Embiid, and then, hey, I could get a contract somewhere else. So now the field opens up for Philly, and the field opens up for those two NBA players to go wherever they're going to go. Mm-hmm. I would do that, but of course, they want their money right now, or James Harden wants his money right now, and he wants to be able to run the team how he wants to run it. Because what I heard was James Harden and Nick Nurse had a meeting about how he was going to run the offense and everything like that. James Harden was with it, but he did not like the fact that, certain plays would go through Joel Embiid. He didn't like that. So that's what got him to say, okay, I opt in, but, trade me.
Yeah, it's getting to that point, man. It's getting to that point. So, speaking of Morey, how'd you feel about him with the Crumble Cookie thing on July 4th?
I think that Daryl Morey's too involved with social media. Daryl Morey is too involved in, I seen him on Twitter basically saying, hey, welcome to Philly, Pat Bev or, Mo Bamba. No, get this team back on track to winning a championship. Get us more athletic, get us a little bit younger. Get some guys in here that's going to come in and play. Max Strus was out there. There's a lot of people out there that we could have gotten, but you don't want to dump off contracts now. We could have dumped off. It was a trade out there that we could have got. We could have got some guys from the Clippers, some forwards.
Yep.
If we really believe in Tyrese Maxey that much, which I'm on record saying that if it was me and that's my only asset, I'm trading Maxey. I love Maxey to death, but hey, I'm trading him because I'm so concerned about the small window that we have to get to the championship with Joel Embiid in there. If we lose Joel Embiid, who do we have? Nobody. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like that, we need to surround Joel Embiid and Maxey. If we're going to keep Maxey around with shooter 3-and-D guys and not these old guys that can't even keep up with these athletic players. We can win some games in the regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, we can't keep up. Look what the Celtics just did. Even though I don't think they really got better, I think they got weaker because they lost some guys, especially Marcus Smart. Grant Williams, they lost them. But they did get Porzingis.
Yep.
Look at what Cleveland did. They got Max Strus. That's what I'm saying. That's going to be a team to watch out for. Then on top of that, you got Milwaukee. Milwaukee just signed the two pieces that they needed back.
Yep.
So the Heat, they probably going to fall down because they lost all their guys that actually was carrying them, except for the twin.
Yep.
Yeah, they lost everybody. You got one in LA, you got another one in Cleveland. You lost people that was holding you down, and then you're talking about trading Tyler Hero or Duncan Robinson. But as far as the Sixers, I really believe that the Sixers do not want to do anything really. It's too quiet. They don't want to do anything. They want to run it back with the same starting five. Old ass PJ Tucker. James Harden.
God dang.
Tobias Harris. It's sickening, and I'm just tired of it. I would not be mad if after this year he say, "Yo, I want to be traded." If Joel Embiid said he want to be traded, I'm like, "Yo, where you want to go?" I'm gonna be the first Sixers fan to be like, "No, get him out of here," because I don't want him to have to go through another process.
Yeah, I've been saying that. Now, if we had a chance to get Dame Lillard, right, would you trade Maxey in a heartbeat? Because I would.
If we had a chance to get Dame Lillard, like if Dame Lillard today or tomorrow said, "Look, if I would love to play with Embiid, get me there or get me signed there or whatever," I would. Even though I don't see Portland wanting him. Only because
they wouldn't.
They got Scoot.
Yep.
They got Scoot. Even though he just got hurt, but I think that they're going to run with that. Try to see where that goes. Because right now Portland is looking like how the Kings were before they start getting good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you forgot about this team in the Eastern Conference, the Pacers. Look at their draft. Look at Halliburton. He just got a max. They got Buddy Hield, Jarris Walker. The Pacers are going to make noise. They're going to make noise.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Jarris Walker. And
Mhm.
people are just like, Mitch, they're not going to compete. I'm like, just wait and watch. Like, I'm getting tired of these people, man, thinking they know basketball, but they don't.
No, they don't. They don't. And I forgot. Yeah, you right. I didn't even think about the Pacers. They made moves as well. Almighty, we don't want Randall, bro. Like we don't. He's just a dark skinned Tobias Harris that
Yeah.
actually was an all star.
Yeah, pretty much. Don't even get me started on the Knicks, bro. Don't even get me started. Like they DM'd me every single day for a year saying we're gonna win the ship. I'm not joking. Like, dude, I don't understand what's wrong with Knicks fans, bro. I love their team. I like their players. I'm good friends with Leon, but it's just like, shut up. You haven't won a championship since before us, right? Yeah. Yeah, 82 was the last time they won. So, yeah. So
The Knicks is not too far off. The Knicks is not too far off, but I just think the issue, and it's always going to come down, and it sucks because Tibbs is a great coach. It's going to come down to the coach getting fired again, especially if they don't make it nowhere this year.
yeah. Now, let me ask you this. If someone offered you Wemby for Embiid, would you do it?
Wemby?
Wembenyama, yes. People are telling me they would
No.
do that in a heartbeat.
No. Not after what I just saw. And I know it's just one game, but at the same time, after what I just saw, you're getting that done in the summer league with some G League players and all that, what do you think the NBA is going to do to you?
I've been watching this game for 4 years. I know it's different from the NBA, completely different, but I'm just like, he's going to be a solid player. He's going to be solid. The blocking, the athleticism, the IQ, he's going to be fine. The only thing I'm concerned about is the injuries. That's for me. But I love this kid. I see huge potential in Wemby.
You know who else is good? Who else was good overseas is not great at the NBA?
Luka?
First guy, Kurt Mines. First guy, Kurt Mines was the Turkish Jordan over there.
Yeah.
When he got here, he can't play.
I mean, hey, he did score 40 points in the summer league.
In the summer league.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You can't judge people off of one game.
So you think that he's going to be all right? I think that he's too small. I think that if you put a body on him,
I get it.
if you put a body on him, I don't think that he's going to affect the game unless he's going to be a taller Ben Simmons.
You think he's going to get into he can shoot from 3.
No, I know he can shoot from 3. I'm saying that can shoot because in the paint, he's not going to be able to do anything if he don't gain weight. And if he does gain weight, how does that affect his game?
I mean, yeah, look at Chet Holmgren, right? He just gained 17 pounds. So people are cool. You're still in here. Back me up. Chet Holmgren could be up for Rookie of the Year. People are telling me I'm crazy with that. But I'm like, he's still eligible. Still eligible for Rookie of the Year. Didn't play at all last year. It's going to be fun, man, for this team.
Chet is he's going to ball out, man, especially if he stay healthy. He's going to ball out, man. Chet, I like Chet. And Embiid was practicing with him in the off season. What was it? Last season before he got hurt?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like him. I think that he's gonna do well.
Yeah. But to go back to the Sixers, right? With the Jalen McDaniel trade, we basically wasted a pick. We don't have a pick next year because of PJ Tucker and that whole thing. So it's just like, what is our future looking like? That's why I'm like, maybe take Wemby. Maybe try to do this to get a little future. And I get we need a window right now with Embiid. We don't have a big window. But it's just like, what else do we have? Nothing.
See, I'm not there yet, only because, like I said, you got a guy in Joel Embiid that's coming off of an MVP year.
Yeah.
He just getting into that 4-year extension that he had, so he's about to do the first year of that extension. I'm all for trying it out for half of that, at least the 2-year mark. In the second season, if we're still stuck, then you got to make serious changes. You got to say, okay, Embiid, we're going to dump you. We're going to do this. And then, hey, we're not even going to be in contention. We're going to try to rack up because, truth be told, our first round picks went to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And then, we lose Thibault. At the time, one of our only perimeter defenders. And look at what happened with him. Portland said, no, we need you back here. He's about to go to Dallas.
No, they matched it. Portland matched it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right. And they needed him back here, so they matched it.
Yeah.
So if other teams know the quality of players that we have, why don't our organization do?
It's all about the money, bro. How much they spend. That's all they're focused on. It's the freaking money. And
Daniels is going to go somewhere and he's going to ball out this season.
Yeah, he's going to Toronto. They have so many wing players. It's insane how many wing players they got. We got none.
Right.
They don't have a point guard. I mean, they do have Schroeder, but they don't really have anything. So I'm like, hey, give me that. He's crazy. It's crazy. So you told me you saw some in the summer league. So tell me what you think of Terquavion Smith, Jaden Springer, and those guys.
They great. Smith. I like his attitude on the court. I like the fact that he doesn't take a play off. Springer already. I think that he reminds me so much of Shannon Brown. That's what he reminds me of right now. He's a leaper. He plays defense. It's just that it's a lot more to his game that needs to be more developed. But as of right now, I like him. Do I see him as the Sixers' future? I don't think so. But I do like him. He's not a centerpiece. He's a contributor. But I do hope that they pan out. I really do, because I'm tired of the Sixers not developing guys, the correct way.
Yeah. For me, I like Terquavion, just the attitude, just for all that. He's not afraid to shoot. The Sixers players are afraid to shoot. And I'm like, that's what we need here. Terquavion can shoot 3 for 12 one game, and the next game he'll still shoot. I'm like, just shoot that thing, and that's what I love about Terquavion Smith. Now with Jaden Springer, athletic as hell, he can jump, defends everything. It's just his offensive game for me. Maybe Pat Bev can help him develop into an offensive shooter and all that. That's why I like Patrick Beverley for his mentorship here. So if he can do that with Springer, look out, man. This guy's going to be something. And a lot of people are telling me that he should have played last year. He wouldn't have played under Glenn Rivers. He would play more under Nick Nurse. And Nick Nurse coached him in the summer league.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how bad it is.
I think Nick Nurse is more of a balance, like a developer. I think that if we got, what's the guy named? Scotty Barnes. If we got Scotty Barnes, say if the Sixers had Scotty Barnes wouldn't have been Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes would have been, I don't know, he would have been probably not even Tobias Harris. He wouldn't have played. He wouldn't have played under Glenn Rivers. He wouldn't have played under Brett Brown. He wouldn't have.
No.
Because everything has to run through Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, or James Harden, Joel Embiid. It was times where Maxey looked stuck.
Yep.
What do you think bringing back James Harden for an extra year, or trying to see if he's not done with us yet? If he plays next season, that's still hindering Tyrese Maxey potential.
Yep.
Because we need Tyrese Maxey to be that point guard that can not only score but contribute. around the floor. Basically, make sure that you get your big guy, run that pick and roll with Joel Embiid. You cannot expect Tyrese Maxey to do that if you're trying to get him to play off ball with James Harden. Just pat, and turn it over, or the lazy floater. It's so predictable because he's predictable. James Harden is predictable, so Tyrese Maxey is not going to develop. But I think Nick Nurse wants to shake it up a little bit and try to get Maxey more involved because he likes Tyrese Maxey. That James Harden is not for that because the ball is going to be in Maxey's hand. Look at the games where Maxey played where James Harden is not on the court because of injury or something. Tyrese Maxey balls out. I remember the game when we first traded for James Harden and we played the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
He balled out then. We got to let him off the leash, basically. We're basically like, all right, be aggressive, but hey, give the ball to James or give the ball to Embiid and just wait. But you can't have it both ways. You got to have this kid that's been always improving every single year. You got to have him, ball out. He's on the last year of his rookie.
Yeah.
We're going to have to pay him or he's going to walk too.
Yeah. Yep. It all comes down to the money. And then remember when Charles Bassey shut down Jokic with like the 5 blocks?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even see him after that. And here's the funny thing. Glenn Rivers didn't even coach that. It was Dan Burke. It was Dan Burke who coached those 2 games. Maxey went off, and Charles Bassey, Defensive Player of the Year, looked like those 2 games. And now Bassey's gone. Like, him and Wemby, oh my God. He's going to be the future of that front court.
Mm-hmm.
The future over there.
We lost everybody. We lost everybody, especially that was on our bench. The only person I'm happy to see going is George Niang. So I don't have to hear minivan anymore. I don't have to hear that.
Oh my God! Yeah, there was. I forget who told me this. Oh, it was my guy from Edge of Philly Sports. He was like, Mitch, K. Scott replied to me on Twitter, and he was like, who's going to yell out, what nicknames are we going to have now? And then K. Scott goes, oh, don't worry, there's going to be more players and more nicknames. And he's like, what new players? What new players here? Show me.
Right.
I'm like, bro, you should have responded to that. Like, I would have responded. Right. Cold.
I really think that Furkan is going to be a part of this offense, and I'm scared.
He is. He definitely is. Furkan is going to be up there. I hate to say it, but he asked to be traded twice. 2 times he asked to be traded. I just get rid of him. Here's the funniest thing. I used to be a Furkan supporter, like back in the day, and now I'm like, get him out of here. The guy can't.
Seth Curry was out there. We could have got him as a backup too. There's so many things that we could have, so many people that we could have picked up, and we just allowing teams to just get them. I feel like it's not just that nobody wants to play for Philly. I feel like that nobody wants to play for this organization because they see how it's ran. They know more about the business than we do. I think that we could have easily just like got someone that's going to help us out now, and even into the future. We could have got someone, and we didn't because, like I said, those contracts is holding us up. They're holding us up, and then also our bench is not a bench. So, what's going on, man?
Yeah, what's going on, Benjamin? And just the fact that Furkan is still here, the fact that we got all these guys back, just proves to me we're taking a gap year. I hate to admit it, but it's just like it looks like it's going to happen. It looks like it is. Then we get a couple max options next offseason.
I guarantee you that if that's true, Joel Embiid is going to be frustrated as hell.
Yeah, I agree. He's got to be up for it. They got to talk to him up front and be like, Joel, this is what the plan is going forward. If you don't like it, request a trade. That's basically what I see at this point. So, with the podcast coming to a close, with this episode coming to a close, with this free agency left, if we can afford anybody, who's the dream free agent you would like that's available?
Man, I don't even know who's available now. Everybody else is gone.
Hold on. Yeah, the video. Wait, he can't dribble. He's a bust. See, that's what I'm talking about. People calling him a bust already. Like, no.
I don't think he's a bust, but I don't think that he's going to be what he was before he got drafted. I don't think he's going to be that. I think he's going to be good, but I don't think that he's going to be a bust. He's not going to be Sean Bradley.
Jaylen Brown is not a free agent. We're gonna have to trade
Jaylen Brown,
and he's not gonna go anywhere. My prediction for Jaylen Brown was for him to go to Rockets. I thought with Ime Udoka, that young team, I thought Brown was gonna go there, but clearly,
I thought he was too.
Yeah, clearly, I think he's gonna stay in Boston, and they're gonna get Dame Lillard somehow, some way. They're gonna get Dame, or Dame's going to Miami.
I want it to be a 4-team trade so bad.
Yeah,
I want it to be us, the Blazers, the Clippers, and Miami.
Yeah.
I want James Harden to go to the Clippers. I want to have Maxey, push the point because Maxey has he can score the ball at will, but I want to see that next step where as though he can pass the ball to guys. I did want to see if that wasn't the case, then we can possibly get like a Kyle Lowry at the point guard, have Maxey still run the 2, bring home Marcus Morris, and also what's his name, Nolan Powell. That could be our 5 right there, right?
Yeah.
That could be our 5. We can run with that. Have Dame to the Heat.
Lowry.
What's I say?
Lowry's getting up there in age, but he's still that true point guard. And actually, my friend just sent me a mock trade. It's actually a 14 trade. So the Celtics will get Lillard. The Bulls will get Jaylen Brown. The Pelicans will receive James Harden. And the Sixers would get DeMar DeRozan and Alex Caruso. And the Trailblazers would get so they would get McCollum. They'll get Robert Williams, Dylan Daniels, and picks out of the wazoo. So basically, we get a bench piece, and we get DeMar DeRozan, who's like a mid-range god. I mean, I don't know. Can you imagine James Harden with Zion and Ingram? No. Can you imagine? Jaylen Brown to the Bulls, that would be kind of nice. They don't really have anybody. Zach LaVine and Brown. I mean, that would
be crazy.
Yeah. Can you
That'd
imagine
be crazy.
if McCollum goes back to Portland?
No, because I don't know. I don't think that will happen.
I don't think so either.
Because he gonna want to play with Dame if he goes back there. Yeah. So I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, it would be good, man. His lineup would be good. I've seen so many mock lineups, and they're all better than what we have right now. Because if we're gonna run it with just through Tyrese Maxey and Embiid, I would just have players around them. You got Kyle Lowry that could just push the rock up and everything like that. He can give you those streaky 3-pointers once in a while and all that, but let Tyrese Maxey do the thing that he does in the half court. You got Joel Embiid that can, pick and pop or pick and roll now. He got that in his arsenal. And then you also got Nolan Powell that played under Nick Nurse. You got Marcus Morris that he be playing for the city because he's back home. Yep.
You got guys around that, been around. Also, Kyle Lowry's from here. So, you want somebody that's going to be here, but at the same time, if it's Maxey and Embiid, you got to get players around them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy. If we had a draft pick, I'd be like, okay, and watch them trade it for something. That's basically what happened when Morey became the basketball operations or GM, whatever you want to call it. It's like as soon as he got here, he got rid of Al Horford's contract, and then
That's the best thing he did.
And then Ben Simmons. Now the best thing was Ben Simmons.
I don't think so.
You know?
No. Here's why. Because I said that because if it was only the best thing that he did with Ben, if it was Ben Simmons, the best thing would have came out that we went to at least the Eastern Conference Finals. We're still in the same situation we were where Ben Simmons was here.
Yep.
Round exit. So I don't think, regardless, because we traded defense for a streaky shooter now in James Harden. That's basically what we did.
Mm-hmm.
And we got the same results. Now, if James Harden said, look, I'm going to pass, like how everybody's saying that they want Dame, I really believe if Dame was here, we get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, but we wouldn't really have a bench.
So what? But you got a closer, a true closer.
Yeah, but
we win some of those games. Like if we had Dame, let's just say we put Dame in the situation where James Harden was at Game 6. You think we lose Game 6?
No, absolutely not.
Right. Right.
Just, like, what if Embiid is injured? Knock on wood. I would trust Lillard. I would. But then who would take Embiid's spot? Mo Bamba? Montrezl Harrell?
What are you talking about this year? Like I would have liked Lillard with like a Paul Reed.
Yep.
I would have liked that.
Yeah. You know, speaking of Paul Reed, you know what I would have loved, but we never got it? Embiid and Paul Reed in the same lineup. We never got it. So I would have loved.
You're not going to get that.
Huh?
You're not going to get that. I already knew you wasn't going to get that because how Glenn River coaches.
Yep.
You're not going to get that.
Nah. Can you imagine, though? Our rebounding would not be as bad as what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, our rebounding is so awful, and our athleticism was so slow, and it's just like, it's ridiculous, bro. It's really ridiculous. Yeah, time's up. Granger, how you been, man? It's been a while. Man.
I haven't seen him in a minute.
I haven't either. Like, damn. But yo, appreciate you coming on, man. Just talking Sixers. I mean, hey, you're used to talking Eagles 24/7. Must be a nice change of pace. And you and Cole going back and forth on Twitter.
Yeah, man. You all thanks for having me. First things first. You can always, catch me on Twitter, Instagram. I'm starting to get into the threads a little bit.
So
the new app that's out. But I'm normally talking Eagles. But I am sprinkling Sixers in there, and I'll possibly do some live play-by-plays, or I'll probably jump on with Mitch doing a live play-by-play. Yeah, we did. But yeah, I enjoy talking just sports, any sports, but I'm more Sixers, Eagles. A lot of people want me to get into the Phillies a little bit, but I'll see where it goes. I'll see where it goes. But yeah, thanks for having me, man. I just wanted to talk my frustration with the team, and hopefully something changes. If not, then you're gonna hear my frustration all year.
Yo, you can clip whatever you want and put it on your channel whenever you want. It's actually on your channel right now too. So
yeah.
This guy's a casual Sixers fan. Almighty, oh god.
Almighty's funny, man.
Yeah.
Between the Knicks and the Giants, he don't know which way to go.
Oh, don't even get me started. So yeah, guys, Sixers Alert episode 2. So the next episode is with Mark Farzetta. I'm recording that on Tuesday. That will be out probably Tuesday night or Wednesday night. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, man, love to have you back on and talk Sixers, bro. And
anytime, man.
Without further ado, damn, I forgot the outro. All right, man, we'll talk to you all later, bitch. Have a good night, guys.